Good evening and welcome to another episode of The Den with me, Volk. Today, we're learning Windmill. Everyone's favorite entry power move. I'm not the biggest fan of ground power, but you gotta learn it because I said so. For Windmill, if you've been following my guide, you should all be at a pretty good level for it. You should have a turtle. You should know how to do a coin drop. You should be able to do some, baby freeze at the very least. You should be able to do a turtle and move your legs in a circle. And you should be able to toprock and do some 6 steps and some 8 steps and 3 steps. Yep, that's right. Don't just do power moves without learning toprock and footwork. It will make you whack. It will 100% make you whack. Alright, so like I mentioned with coin drop, the biggest injury risk is when people do windmill. They don't properly turn on their back, and they end up like slamming their shoulder and like scraping their shoulder. So some of us back in the day would call it popping your cherry if you were bleeding after doing windmills. I like to call it as a blood offering. Okay, so if you want to do power, you gotta do a sacrifice, a blood offering to the 8-pointed star. Windmills, right. Let's begin. Let's go. So there is essentially 2 parts of a windmill. There is the wind up, there's 3 parts. There's the wind up, the collapse, and then the catch. Okay. So let's break it down to 3 parts. We're gonna start with the wind up. Okay. So for the wind up, you have to have a turtle and you have to be able to move your legs in a circular motion. Okay. So let me demonstrate. There are 2 different ways to do a windmill. There is one with using your head and without using your head. I'm telling you right now, use your head. Like right now, get a beanie, put your head on the floor, because it'll help you in the future and it just looks better. Okay, here's a windmill without using your head. And here's a windmill using your head. This is a nice beanie. I don't want to waste it. I'm going to use my other beanie. By the way, Corner Ghost from Etsy. I ordered this beanie, and I ordered a black, and they got me a green one, and they said keep this green one and we'll just send you a black one, and it's very, very nice. And if you want one like this, I recommend checking out their Etsy shop. There you go, look at that. You gave me a free hat and you got some free marketing. First part of the windmill is a turtle, okay? Which, by the way, we're also going to be learning a backspin. It will be comboed into the lesson, okay? Because backspin's not hard to learn. I don't want to say not hard, it's not that complicated. There it is. Okay, so we're going to go into a turtle, first things first, right? So your turtle should kind of look like this, and you should be able to do this. Okay? In other Bboy's opinions, like Bboy Funt, he recommends that you get like a high turtle to learn. I don't. I think just learning the leg motions and getting your hips up is fine. But he also recommends to learn a turtle like this. Up to you if you want to learn that extra step or not. Once you have that down, we're going to work on the collapse part. Okay, so once again, if you need a mat, grab a mat. Full collapse is we're here. This part here and this part here is collapsing to come down. Okay, so watch me. So head on the floor, legs are up. Actually, you know what? You can put your legs on the floor here. Doesn't even matter. You can even do it like this. If you're afraid of putting your head on the floor, you can go like this. Then you're gonna slide back and fall down on your gobstopper. Let me do that one more time for everybody. So we're here, slide down, and we're here. Okay. Once you get that down, go up on your toes, and same thing. Here. Once you get that down, head on the floor, same thing. Once you get that down, legs up, same thing. To here. Okay. The turn is very similar to the coin drop that we did. I am turning my shoulder to fall to here. So my arms are going in this motion. Okay, so you can even fall like I did now. Keep your feet on the floor, lift one leg up, and go to your shoulder, and roll your back. All right, one more time. Okay, if you can, do it from your knees, twist to your back. If you have a coin drop, this could be a little bit easier for you. Remember to focus on twisting your hips. So we're going to use a lift, and we're going to turn our upper body. Okay, so we're just doing kind of like this motion. So one more time from here, turn down to your back. All right, let's put it together and go to our back. All right, so we're gonna go to a turtle, lift your feet, we're gonna turn our legs, and now we're going to collapse and down and fall down. So if that's a little difficult, take it step by step and keep your feet on the floor if you need to. So we're here, turn, keep your feet on the floor, or excuse me, foot. So we're here, turn, fall, both legs up to here. All right, finished product should look like this. Slowly. So if you notice, I'm lifting my feet, my right leg whips down, I'm turning and I'm collapsing, going on my back. Okay, so right there, we basically did a backspin. To practice a backspin, it's very simple. I don't use the word. It's not that complicated. There we go. So from this position, if I'm sitting like this, one leg is up, left leg is up, right leg is down. We're gonna use this leg to whip across, right? So the same motion, but now we're just keeping our butt on the floor. Cross. Keep doing it. Now, follow with the other leg. Follow. One more time. Leads, follows. Lead, follow. Now, you want to do the same thing, except when your legs get into the center position, you're going to close them really fast, and it's going to make you spin. Okay? So we're going to do the same thing. So we're right here. Whip, boom, close. Okay? One more time. For a little extra hint, I'm grabbing the floor with my fingers, like we did with the handstand video, and I'm pushing off a little bit. Okay? Whew. This hat is f***ing hot. Last part of the Last part of the windmill is arguably the hardest. It's the catching part, which people give the most amount of trouble. Don't worry, I'm here to help you. So the whole idea is we're going on our back. We're going to use our forehead to lift up and go back to our turtle, okay? So my left hand is close to my body. I'm not doing stuff like this. I'm not keeping it out. It's right here, right near my shoulder, right here. My other hand is getting into the turtle position. All right? Now I'm turning over. My chin is going down a little bit. I'm grabbing the floor with my fingers and I'm pushing up into a turtle to come back to here. And that's a windmill. At this point, I recommend doing a windmill with your feet on the floor. Okay, so it will look kind of like this. So we start here, turn over, one leg is up, come to here, back to turtle, turn around, keep moving, go to your back, and same thing. Come around to here, come back, come down. Now, just to get used to the feeling of getting yourself back up to turtle. So to actually do it, we're going to utilize, I'm going to talk about this concept a lot later on in power combos and stuff like that, but we're going to utilize a fold method to pick us up, back up to turtle. The fold method is we're here, and we're going to collapse our knees and our thighs towards my chest, and then I'm going to pick them up. Again, I'm trying to keep my legs as wide as I can. Kind of like that. So, in theory, I should be able to, yep, go straight back to turtle just like that. Okay? Do it one more time for you guys. So we're here. Okay. Except we're not going backwards, we're going to the side. Two things. I recommend starting windmill and just following through until your body gets used to it. Or start from this position, turn over, and then from here, try going to windmill again. I just remembered this. This memory has been locked in the back of my head until this very moment. I just unlocked it. Isn't that crazy? I remember now, when I did windmill, a good way to help me start is I started from this position. Because my leg is bent, so when it's bent, it automatically straightens out and gives me a nice strong kick to start me. So, from here, I can whip. You see, I had so much whip, I'm already going for a second one. So, yeah, so you can try it like that. Try it from here. Or from the back. So we're here, turn over, and catch. Whew. I hate ground power. That's a windmill. Some tips and tricks, things not to do. I mean, I've already mentioned it before. You have to remember to whip your legs. I'll do it right now. I'll demonstrate it again. Remember to always think about doing not just a windmill, okay? 2 windmills. Windmill freeze, windmill something, okay? If you just think like, God damn, you guys are making me dance more. I thought we were just talking the rest of the video. So you can't just think, I'm just like, oh, I'll just do like, I guess like 1 windmill and just like. See, because it's not gonna go anywhere. You have to think 3 windmills, 3. Okay, see that? So, my advice is to always continue the power move. Don't just do like a windmill. Do it again. No, like, if you fail, still finish through so your body gets used to doing it. I mentioned this before at the start of the video, and I mentioned it in my pirouette video, but a lot of b-boys don't use both of their legs when they whip, and I think the problem begins early on in windmill. When you learn windmill, they don't learn you have to use both of your legs, and then the problem gets worse and worse as you start doing other power moves. Okay, so for windmill, look at my feet. Okay, so so I'm only going to focus on using 1 leg, and then I'm going to focus on using 2 legs, and you guys can see the difference and see. You can just like just look at it and see the difference. Okay. All right, so here we go. Whew. You see that? So much power that I had a little trouble controlling it. I went over in the last one. Man, teaching the footwork stuff was easy. I could do like a billion videos of footwork, because the teaching power, only like a video or 2. I'm tired. Whew. Last thing I want to talk about before I let you guys go, with form and then with the folding motion one more time. So I'm gonna do a couple more windmills and focus on the folding, and I'm gonna do another windmill where I focus on getting my chin inward towards my solar plexus. All right, so let's do the folding one first. So the fold I'm gonna do when I'm on my back. Okay, so it gets me to get up more towards my turtle, okay? Whew. Not bad. I don't know if you're able to see, but I was trying to fold more on my back. And the last thing I want to talk about, if you want to try to use more of your head instead of your arms, this comes from Bboy Fun. He says to put your chin inside your solar plexus like this, so you have more of an area around your head. Because sometimes when people use their head, it keeps bouncing off the ground. To prevent that, lean your head back a little bit so that the surface area never comes off the ground, so the contact area never comes off the surface, so you're spinning around the whole time. Alright, let me see if I can do it. I mean, I know I can do it. Let me show it to you guys. Ah! Okay. One thing I forgot to talk about is how to do the intro to Windmill. Super quick. This is combining both the coin drop and the turtle collapse that we talked about before, okay, and the pirouette to an extent. So it's a combination of all three. Again, you want to get extra low like you did for the coin drop. You want to set up like you did for the pirouette. Your left hand still comes down here. Your right leg still comes down here. And now your left hand comes down. Your right hand comes down here. And then from here we're going to do a coin drop without using the little push down here. We're just going to turn our upper body and open up our legs. Open legs, turn. Fall down. I'll do it again. Nice and slow. If you go with no speed, you're gonna have a bad time. Add a little bit of speed to it, okay? Okay. So my hand comes here, twist, and fall. One more time for the ladies.